What you're about to learn is something most schools never teach. Yet this one lesson has helped ordinary families escape poverty, build successful businesses, own homes, and create generational wealth. Now, let me ask you one question. If your children grew up living exactly the way you live today, would you be proud, or would it break your heart? Because whether we realize it or not, children don't inherit wealth first. They inherit habits. Before I begin, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because on this channel we share powerful life stories that teach lessons about discipline, hope, courage, and the choices that can completely change a person's life. There once lived a young couple. Their names were William and Sara. They loved each other very much. They had two beautiful children, a little boy named Daniel and a little girl named Grace. William worked hard every day. He woke up before sunrise, left home while his children were still sleeping, and came back home tired every evening. Sara also worked. She loved her family. She wanted her children to have a good life. Every month, both of them received their salaries, and every month they made the same promise. This month will be different. This month we will save money. This month we will start building our future. But that promise never lasted. The day salary entered their bank account, everything changed. Sara would smile and say, "Honey, I saw a beautiful pair of sneakers. I really want them." William looked at the price. They were very expensive, but he smiled. "If it makes you happy, let's buy them." The next day, Sara wanted to braid a new hairstyle, not because she needed it, but because everyone at work had a new hairstyle. Again, William agreed. Then William saw the newest phone. His old phone still worked perfectly, but he wanted the latest one. "I work hard, I deserve it." So he bought it. Friday arrived. Sara smiled. "We have worked hard all week. Let's enjoy ourselves." Every weekend, they went to parties, ordered expensive food, bought new clothes, took beautiful pictures. Everyone online thought they were living a perfect life. People even said, "I wish I had their life." But nobody knew the truth. Only 2 weeks after payday, their bank account was empty. The refrigerator became almost empty. The children asked, "Mum, can we have some fruit?" Sara looked inside the kitchen. There was almost nothing left. She forced a smile. "Maybe tomorrow." That night, William checked his phone. His account balance was almost zero. His heart became heavy. He whispered, "Where did all our money go?" Sara didn't answer because she already knew. They had spent it, not on their future, not on their children, but on things that would not matter a few weeks later. One evening, little Grace came home from school. She held a paper in her hands. "Daddy, our school is going on a trip. I really want to go." William looked at the paper, then slowly lowered his head. The money was already gone. He gently touched her hair. "I'm sorry, sweetheart. Maybe next time." Grace nodded. "It's okay, Daddy." But as she walked away, William saw tears in her eyes. That night, neither William nor Sara could sleep. For the first time, they realized something. It wasn't their salary that was keeping them poor. It was the way they were living. The next morning, William left for work. His heart felt heavy. He couldn't stop thinking about Grace's tears. During lunch, he sat alone on a bench outside. An elderly man slowly sat beside him. It was Mr. Paul, a retired carpenter. Many people in the town respected him, not because he was rich, but because he had built a beautiful home, owned several small businesses, and had raised children who were kind, educated, and successful. The old man looked at William. "You look like someone carrying a mountain on his shoulders." William forced a smile. "I'm fine." The old man smiled. "No. People who are fine don't stare at the ground while holding untouched food." For a long moment, William said nothing. Then he began to speak. "I work every day. My wife works too. We earn enough, but every month our money disappears. My daughter wanted to go on a school trip. I couldn't even pay for it." The old man listened quietly. Then he asked, "Do you know why some families stay poor for generations?" William slowly shook his head. "I'll tell you. They spend today's money trying to impress people they'll never remember tomorrow." William looked down. Those words pierced his heart. Then the old man continued, "I have a challenge for you. It looks simple, but it will change your family forever. Before you spend even one coin, save first, even if it's only a small amount. And every purchase, ask one question: do we need this, or do we simply want it?" William nodded. "I can do that." The old man smiled. "No, you cannot. Not alone. A family becomes wealthy when a husband and wife walk in the same direction." That evening, William told Sara everything. She listened quietly. Then she asked, "So what do we do?" William smiled. "We begin again." The next payday arrived. William looked at the salary message. He smiled. Then, without touching the money, he moved part of it into savings. For the first time, they paid themselves first. Then something happened. Sara opened her phone. She saw another beautiful hairstyle. She almost booked an appointment. Then she stopped. She remembered the challenge. Do I need it, or do I only want it? She quietly closed the app. A few minutes later, William passed an electronics shop. The newest phone was displayed in the window. He smiled, then kept walking. For the first time, walking away felt better than buying. The first month was difficult, very difficult. Their friends invited them to another weekend party. Sara looked at William. "What should we do?" William smiled. "We already have food at home. Let's eat together with the children." That evening, instead of loud music, they laughed around their small dining table. Grace smiled. "Daddy, I like this better." William's eyes became wet. Maybe real happiness had never been outside the house. It had been sitting at his own table. The second month, they failed. William bought expensive shoes. Sara became upset. "You promised." William lowered his head. "I'm sorry." Instead of arguing, they returned the shoes. For the first time, They corrected a mistake together. Month after month, the savings slowly grew. Not quickly, slowly. Sometimes they wanted to quit. Sometimes they wondered, is this even worth it? Then they would remember Grace's tears, and they kept going. One evening, the old carpenter visited their home. He smiled. "I have another challenge." William laughed. "I knew this wasn't finished." The old man smiled. "Use part of your savings to buy something that earns money, not something that loses value." Sara looked confused. "What do you mean?" The old man pointed across the road. "That woman sells vegetables. Every day people buy from her. Her table works harder than many people." The next month, William and Sara bought a small vegetable stand. After work, they sold vegetables together. The children helped arrange tomatoes, onions, and bananas. Business was slow. Some days they sold almost nothing, but they refused to quit. Little by little, customers returned. Then more customers came. Within 2 years, the small stand became a real shop, then another shop. Years later, they opened a wholesale business, then bought a piece of land. Then, the home they had only dreamed about. One afternoon, William stood outside that house. He remembered the day he couldn't pay for Grace's school trip. Tears filled his eyes. Sara gently held his hand. "We almost gave up." William smiled, "But we didn't." Years passed. Grace and Daniel both graduated from university. On graduation day, they walked toward their parents. Grace hugged her mother tightly. Daniel hugged his father. Then he looked at both of them and said, "Mom, Dad, thank you. You didn't give us money. You taught us something far more valuable. You taught us how to build our own future." Grace smiled through tears. "Everything we have today began the day you changed your habits." William looked at Sara. Sara looked at William. Neither of them spoke. They simply smiled, because they finally understood generational wealth doesn't begin with millions. It begins with one wise decision repeated every single month.
Most people think generational wealth begins when you become rich, but that's not true. Generational wealth begins the day a family chooses discipline over comfort, needs over wants, saving over showing off, and love over selfishness. A wise wife doesn't push her husband to impress the world. She helps him build a future. A wise husband doesn't chase other women or selfish desires. He stays faithful, protects his family, respects his wife, and leads with love and wisdom. When a husband and wife trust each other, work together, and put God and their family first, even an ordinary salary can build an extraordinary future. Remember this: a family's greatest inheritance is not money, it's the habits that create it. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who wants to build a better future for their family. Thank you for watching.